out there? It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon and it's time for Sports Orbit. My name is Afa Achu Salifu Usman, also in the studio on today's edition of the program. Salifu, welcome to Sports Orbit once again.
Thank you, Alpha. Thank you for having me once again.
We begin from the home front as always, and this time the federal government, through the Ministry of Sports, has approved the recognition of mixed martial arts as one of the national sports federation, which will be under the control and supervision of the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports. The Sports Minister, Mr. Sunday Dare, who disclosed this on Tuesday in Abuja, said the approval follows a series of interfaces between the Federation's board and the ministry. He said, having satisfied the condition precedent pursuant to NMAF acceptance to abide by the Code of Governance of all national sports. Of course, the statement was signed by the Director of Press and Public Relations in the person of Mohammed Mange. He stated further that recognition also saddled the Federation the responsibility to develop, regulate, and ensure the safety of MMA as a thriving sport in Nigeria in line with global best practices. For me, I think sharing news when I heard this, for me, I even think this is long time coming because, considering the inroads, especially MMA stars who of Nigerian origin have made globally, it was hard to think that Nigeria didn't even have a federation for this body. So well, like they say better late than never. But I feel this federation should have come on board even prior to now. But thankfully, finally we now have a federation for mixed martial arts. And like they clearly said, they hope that the federation will help in developing the sport in Nigeria.
Yeah, good one to say, but in my view, we are very good at copying. But just like you say, it's all overdue, considering the fact that we are from an level of making nobody this particular sport. But however, even though we are making a particular sport, but it's good now that they're trying to domesticate it, and maybe no problem, what I can say, then we can opportunity to develop the local talent and domesticate the sport. But the only concern is that we are only quick to adopt sport that is not in Nigerian traditional sport. But oftentimes we have not even making effort to even our own now this will not belong to at least what 35 maybe 35 national sport federations that we have. And all these 35 national sport federations are we where are we still very strong? But in our own local sport we have not even making effort to make it national sport, not to even think as making effort to make it continental and to make it global. We are always quick to adopt other things that are coming from North Africa, from Korea, China, and all these are adopting their own traditional sport. They are all this martial, the pandos and all these coppers are all traditional sport of the Korean and we are people our own African sport, traditional sport, our own sport, like Ebola, this Dambe, and all this. We have not even making effort to make it national, not to talk of make it continental or global sport. But just like say, it's congratulations to those who are in the youth matter at that 9 billion opportunities, and we hope that the ministry should go beyond not just giving the recognition and not just register it, go beyond in giving the necessary support to the body and to ensure that yes, the sport gets deep and there are many talents who can develop and develop with martial arts professional or global if there's a global.
Yeah, of course, we said it all. Of course, but when you talk of indigenous sport, one will make a case. You see, sometimes this sport is the marketability of this sport, but we all know that sports, one way or the other, every sport, whether football, basketball, originated from somewhere, and over the years, different countries have been able to adopt it. But sometimes you look at the marketability or acceptance of this sport. For instance, of this sport you mentioned, if you had to, bring it on board, you need to look how many Nigerians would be interested in it and how many, sponsors or how many people will be even willing to put their money to, bring this sport. For the issue of them, a lot has been done in the issue of them because even on TV, there are some programs that are dedicated to them. It's just that it hasn't really been giving some level of national exposure. But for in the area of Dembe, I know that a lot of effort has been done to put the sport at the forefront. But for some other ones, we are looking at the viability of this sport, especially when it comes to people putting their money in it.
I think the all lies on the use of but their prominent duty and responsibility is to develop sports.
Mm.
And if you're talking about the marketing of those sports, no any sport will market itself if you don't put in effort and don't put in energy to
Yeah.
develop it. Those ones that we are adopting or are making to advance or are celebrating, people somewhere make it fun before we now begin to say and then key input the idea that it's left for us what we do, what is our own to develop it and make it viable for other people to see that this is okay. Okay, for instance, if you're talking of for instance, like a sport like the para sport is created by Nigeria.
Yeah.
It's a Nigerian own sport. But up till now, it's Nigerian own sport, and even though it's a related sport, it's a related sport that for the disabled people.
Yeah.
Even at the disabled people, we have a lot of people who are still before now. I won't talk that the para sport is just for the northerners
Yeah.
like Kano, Kaduna, all these things. No. But not even that. Even in the south there,
Very well.
you have
Yeah.
people who are paras athletes, who are interested in this sport, and who are even competing well. At the last para game, who have been organized by the para in collaboration with the Rotate Club. We have team coming from the south, coming from from Port Harcourt, coming from the Benin, our shop. So it is left for the national sport for the nation of Temple to even make this. But sometimes, okay, for instance, a time to come, even our own sport, in our own Olympic, what we call National Sports Festival, they will stop it not to be competed, not to be competed as a medal game in our own sport. So what effort are you making to encourage those local sports to make it national? That's what I'm saying. But we should always make effort to even make our own sport national.
I completely agree with you. We'll move on to some other matters for Ramo Stars. Once again, the IMC hammer has, fallen on them, and I think Ramo Stars are beginning to become very notorious for this kind of incidents. This time around, they've been docked 3 points and 3 goals, amongst other sanctions imposed on the club by the interim management committee for the assault on match referee in the BC Uka and subsequent disruption of match day 12 fixture of the NPFL against Gombe United on Sunday, April the 2nd. Of course, the match was concluded the next day after the referee was assaulted in the dressing room at halftime as a result of Remo Stars' failure to provide adequate security for the match officials. The IMC, in a summary jurisdiction notice signed by Davidson Omi, the head of operations, said the sanctions followed review of findings of the official match report in charge. Remo Stars was found in breach of rules B821, B1321, C11, and B1350. To the breach of rule B21, which is failure to adequately secure match officials before, during, and after the match, leading to the assault. On one of them, the club was fined 500,000 naira and also directed to pay 250,000 naira to the official Uka Indusi for compensation. Well, for Remo Stars, will you say this is enough punishment? Of course, being docked 3 points, 3 goals, 500,000 naira. But don't forget that there was also an incident with was it Remo Stars with Benden Insurance, I think 2 seasons ago, and Remo Stars are beginning to be quite notorious for this sort of actions.
Yeah, in as much as we're not trying to sound as judges or as trying to say that we are making a rule of them make it be judges in this case. But what is that Remo Stars, you notice sometimes in the local, I would say that if you find yourself in Lagos, you speak like a Lagosian, where you now speak like both. There are some situations where you wanted to speak like Lagos, you not Lagos because we are in Lagos, if I was just in the midst of our movement in Lagos, people say, no. So there's some certain level of behavior that is expected of anybody,
Yeah.
of being your status and who you are. We have said several even at this tribunal that Remo Star proved to be a perfect example of how clubs should be run.
Exactly.
Remo Star is being we see it as a model of what is obtainable in the of other North African and North Africa. How football clubs should be run and managed. We have said several times. I've been proud of the club and the way what they are being to achieve in the shortest time and how the club is being run as a perfect example for everybody to see. But think I is a credit call and we are making a passionate appeal to the owner of the club, to Nelson Nami, who have invested so much in this club that she know that the name is at stake. The image he has built for the club,
Reputation.
the reputation and everything he has built for the club, he should try to sustain it, not to allow certain individuals or people or because of the environment he finds himself to rob himself of the integrity of the standard they have left with the club. Having the club like Remo Stars being associated with this kind of either I'm not saying they are guilty of the offense, but I will not say but there's no smoke without fire. If it doesn't go up, nobody will able to find you or attribute to the situation. We are not telling them that they are guilty of the offense, but the fact that IMC find them at fault, that's what we are saying. But the fact that it happened at their stadium, there's something that they need to control there. They need to control. But there's something that is not good for a club like
The image at all.
The most start, just like I said earlier, we have seen it as a perfect example of how as a model. I was able to do that. Other cities or other countries should look how the most start. And for them to be associated with organizing, attacking on the left or match of this and everything, it is not good for their image at all. And whoever, if police have an opportunity to and whoever ahead should tell them, please, we are not accusing them of this offense, but it is not good for their image. We have seen them as let that help them, let that image speak for them.
Of course, I mean, like you rightly said, for me, I'm even quite disappointed that yes, an assault happened. Was he assaulted by a spirit? Who were the individuals? Was it a player? This person should be identified. If he's a fan, we will also place a ban on that fight. I mean, in the Premier League, for instance, I think yesterday the FA just banned Mitrovic, a player of theirs, eight matches for showing a referee. So this kind of assault, yes, while you can bring down the hammer on the club, who were the person responsible for this assault? Was it some of the team officials? Was it player? Was it fans? I think these people should be identified and sanctioned also, because sometimes you see in other clients when they are racist abuse, sometimes those people are identified and you see a team giving a particular fan a lifetime ban from ever attending any of their matches. So I think this kind of thing should also be adopted so that we don't end up just blanketing the whole team and punishing them while the main perpetrators are left off the hook.
Left unpunished. Yes,
Exactly.
I quite agree with you, and I think that's for advice for the INC. They need to go beyond just population.
Exactly.
The most in this case would be just how do I describe it? Would be just a victim of this.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the actual actors, just like it's like a movie that is given 8 months. I the report I don't even read it whether who and who was it, or the player who are them,
Exactly.
who push the people, who will now tell that it is all for you to play inside and give 8 months. That 8 months, it means a lot. It's already a punishment for the club.
For the
If
club,
it's not
because
clear,
the
it's not
missing
special,
services.
missing
Exactly.
service for 8 months. That will automatically roll him out of this.
Completely.
We have 9 matches to go.
Exactly.
And if you are suspended for 8 matches, then what is that?
Exactly.
Obviously,
Yeah.
you're not going to play this season
Yeah.
in the Premier League for the full count. And just like there's need for the IMC or whatever is not committee to identify those people.
Exactly.
Is he a fan?
Yeah.
Is he a player? Is he official of the club? If he's a fan of the if he's a fan, if he can be banned, copy and at the same time, Remo Stars with the club to also try to do a homework.
Exactly.
Even before IMC come, try to identify those people and also use all the internal mechanism to charge up some source effect because it's trying to give you a bad image.
Very well. I completely agree with you. To some other news now for Victor Osimhen and Napoli will provide an injury update on Friday. He underwent treatment yesterday at the training center, and the club have announced that the Nigerian forward missed Napoli's defeat to AC Milan last weekend after suffering a muscle injury on international duty with Nigeria. But reports say that on Friday will be a key day to know whether he'll be able to face Milan in the UEFA Champions League next week, as Spalletti side will face Lecce in a Serie A side clash on Friday, and the forward is already ruled out of the game. Osimhen remains a doubt for the first leg of the Champions League quarterfinal at San Siro on April 12th. I mean, sad one for him. And I actually saw that match when he picked up that knock. And when he picked up, he struggled through the game. I knew this was going to be a problem. And so to try, when he went back, assessed by the doctors, and they felt that he needed some treatment.
Yeah, but and that's why these people are strong to
Exactly.
play the match
Yeah.
till
To
the
the
end.
end.
And you see that how Osimhen is a key player for Napoli, and in his absence,
Yeah.
in the first match they suffered
Lost for 1-0.
heavy defeat to Milan. So I think we pray and hope that by Friday we should get a favorable result. That Osimhen should be back in action. We don't want Osimhen to sit down or miss any match more than the one he has missed. Because his absence is definitely affecting Napoli, who are aiming to achieve what is what have been impossible for almost 30 years for them in their dream. No doubt about it, for the Serie A title is already in their hands, and they also have the dream to win the championship. Who says it's not possible? It's very, very possible. And for them to achieve that, they need their star strikers to be very, very well around. Wish a February outcome or update on Friday, so that we can make probably without Osimhen, Napoli without Osimhen going to in the Champions League first league, it will not be over at all. Because that the last result. Although people are saying that it's not the absence of something like that, but you can't rule it out.
Yeah, of course, definitely. Mm. Well, we'll go on a quick break, and when we return, Sport will continue. Don't go nowhere.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Welcome back from that break. Number 4, former Super Eagles striker Victor Ikweba, according to him, he believes that the players at Chelsea are the ones to blame and not sacked coach Graham Potter for the poor run of form of the results in the Premier League. Of course, he made this known on Monday night as a panelist on Monday Night Football, where he stated that Chelsea's hierarchy should have continued with Potter till the end of the season. He said it's unfortunate that Potter was sacked. In football, it's about results. When you look at the timeline, the statistics from when he took over, you cannot argue that the players are not doing enough. Well, like they always say in football, once things go wrong, nobody says, look, we are disbanding this whole team, except in some situations in Nigeria where, a certain team went to the World Cup, didn't do well, came back, and the government failed, no, disband the whole team and bring new players. But in most clients, once the team is not doing well, the coach is one let go. But if you look at the materials at Chelsea's disposal, will you actually say this? Because the players get on the pitch. There's a reason why you have a coach in a football game. And that's why sometimes you see a team doing badly. A coach comes in with the same set of players, and in a matter of few weeks, you see that things turn around. So for him to say blame the players, I might not completely agree with him.
Well, they also a bit confused.
Yeah.
I never knew that Potter has a fan. Not know that you have a fan in the person of the SDS international paper who believes to know the game, even although we agile to play football and play football. But we are a fan, we be around the watching the football know where things are going wrong. At least you will not be an expert, but in our own local way of doing we see that we can point out that this will be done, this will be correct. And for him to tell me that the players should be rather blamed and not Potter. And he was talking about statistics, and then if you are to check the Potter statistics, since he came in 7 months ago, what has he done really to justify that he said he was a good coach? Obviously nothing. And if you, I believe that what they have at the Chelsea, any coach that has such a player will take himself a good coach.
Should be able to.
I don't think Potter complained that he doesn't have the material.
Yeah.
He has more than enough material to take steps to achieve results if he really knows what's wrong. And just like you say, when it is not working, it is the head coach, is the coach that the God for his head. And that is why no player, no matter how big you are as a player, not going in the status of Messi or Lampard or Ronaldo, that you see Ronaldo at the last World Cup, Ronaldo was asked to go and sit on the bench. That's the decision of the coach, because the coach that army the popular I take the decision, and whatever decision I take, stand. That's why the coach is more powerful. It's powerful than any player. Yes, a player may end than a coach, but the coach is the head of the team and is more powerful, and he decide who players that. And that's why a coach said into a football pitch, within 5 minutes call you out, say no, come out. Because he believes you are not playing to the pattern he wants you to play. And if you are not playing to his instruction, he has that to support you. So if the team is not doing well, I don't think he will not blame any player, he will blame the coach, and then Potter has to pay for it.
Simple as that.
I think it's wrong in this one.
Yeah. All right, to some other coaching news where for Patrick Vieira, he could become the new manager of Nottingham Forest following links to the vacant position. The legendary Arsenal midfielder was sacked by Crystal Palace following a poor run of form in 2023 just weeks ago, and according to the Daily Mail, is reporting that the Forest owner decided to sack Steve Cooper and appoint Vieira with just 9 matches remaining to save their season. So, well, like I can't remember who once said it. He said there are 2 types of coaches in the world: those who have been fired and those waiting to be fired. So, coaching is really a very, I don't know how to describe this kind of job, because today you are sacked, and in another few weeks' time, you get. I mean, look at Tuchel, who was sacked. I mean, he's not the manager at Bayern Munich. The former man who was sacked at Bayern Munich. Exactly. So it's really a funny job. I think once you are a good coach, you never be short of admirer of job, because once one team lets you go, that's just a matter of few weeks or months. Another team will definitely.
In some cases, as well, one team is even let you go. Some team are also celebrating.
Exactly. Exactly. We can have it.
Sometimes I don't understanding what is the yardstick, what is the perimeter, how the club are judging the performance of the coach. You see a coach who has been sacked for poor performance, and somebody is celebrating to bring that coach in immediately, just like you say. Patrick Vieira was let go from Crystal Palace in a few weeks ago for poor performance after going for almost 9 matches without a win, and he was sacked to let it go. And here again, Nottingham Forest has to have him to come and salvage their own situation. So he was sacked from Crystal Palace to avoid not going to relegation, and here another club is working to come and help them salvage their own situation, not to avoid relegation. But I don't know how it's going to be. But for Patrick Vieira, if you look at him critically, he has that technical know-how to salvage the situation and not afford it. But if I'm the advice, one thing not to wait, to just take up the time and just rest for some time. Although you just a speculation that they wanted to happen. But take up some time, rest for some time, and then study within the environment and look probably by the summer, the club to go into. Now, if you leave Crystal Palace, you are being accused of leading the club downward, and you come to Nottingham Forest, and which will make sure it's possible to submit the situation. And if you really submit it, so that is 2-0. Because you are being accused that they come here, and then they say you kill them for relegation. So, but it's left for him, and then but for me, I feel he should have allowed time to pass by and study the situation, just like Potter. It's been another that has rejected a job that is being offered him at Leicester.
Exactly. Plus, on some other stories, just we told you about Messi's situation, and currently the way it is, there's a standstill between his agents and the hierarchy at PSG, as clearly he has refused to take a pay cut in order to extend his deal. The uh, Paris Saint-Germain actually want him to take a 25% pay cut from his existing salary to ensure that he remains. But clearly, Messi has turned down that offer, and of course talks about his return to Barcelona. Even that really looks unlikely because even at Barca, if he was to make that move, he will still take a pay cut. And for now, I don't think Messi is ready to take a pay cut. But reports also say that he's waiting on other offers from Inter Miami and rest of them. Who knows? Maybe the Saudis might come in and once again salvage the situation. Because for me, I think Messi at his career, just like Ronaldo did, for now, like we said yesterday, nothing to prove. He feels, look, at this time, this is my final time to just cash out, make big money, and retire from the game. So why asking me to take a pay cut when I can go elsewhere to a less, glamorous league and take any big money and continue playing my football, just like Ronaldo has done, playing his football quietly in Saudi Arabia.
All from media attraction.
Exactly, completely. Yeah.
Less demand.
Yes,
less
yes,
demand
exactly.
for. Just like you see, it's obvious that Messi destination, the next destination will likely be Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Because in the report is already being rumored that the Saudi Arabia for Al Hilal has offered him 350 million pounds for annual. For annual, for a year, 300 million pounds. That's a very crazy amount to offer a player.
Yeah.
And to me, just like say, he has spoken to me, he has
Everything.
what is needed, just for you to cash out and
Just final payday to exactly enjoy yourself.
Why not go to Al Hilal?
Exactly.
Just play 90 minutes or 30 minutes of the match, and then at the end of the day, you go home, you lose a lot of amount.
Exactly.
Who say what else is left to win the football that you have not won? You have won everything that you need to be won in football. So no any it's time to be correct and a very good thing. There's no any player in the world that have won any award that have not won before. So they have won everything. So there's nothing left to be win that they have not won. So why not just take up the title and then you go lift yourself from where it's more demanding, more precious league, and then go to where you can have your rest, just like Ronaldo is enjoying himself now. And you can see Ronaldo is bounced back to the national team. After I thought that he had been cut off from the national team. Yeah, he has bounced back to the national team.
Of course, still talking about coaches. Of course, like we said earlier, Chelsea has penciled down about 7 coaches who replace Potter. Of course, a lot of names from Nagelsmann to De Zerbi to Mauricio Pochettino. As of this afternoon, Fabrizio actually reported that Luis Enrique and his representatives were already in London to discuss. So a whole lot of coaches at Chelsea are currently looking at with 9 matches to go. Exactly. And well, it's yet to be seen who they finally appoint as their new manager.
Yes, and even before I come to this team, we were just on about that. About 10 minutes ago, there was also trending that the way Roman that Frank Lampard will also be come back on the interim basis.
Yeah.
On interim basis just to complete the many matches of the season. Because it appears that the Sailor, who is an interim coach, it appears that he doesn't have much stake
to oversee 9 matches.
All the matches.
9 matches. Even me, I think I can be able to oversee 9 matches.
Because if you watch Chelsea against Liverpool yesterday, you obviously know that something is very wrong. You need a coach who can nice performance.
Of course, why I don't fall that performance, because you had a Liverpool with a solid coach who you expect them to really. And if you watch that match, in the first few moments of that match, Chelsea were supposed to have wrapped up that game, even in the first half, but somehow they just couldn't find the cutting edge in
That's
front of
why if there's a good coach there, maybe they would have within that time that will get the result. And that's why people are feeling that Bruno Silva, who has been an acting, they don't have that leadership to provide. And people are talking that maybe Lampard can come in on the interim because Lampard can still the
yeah, very, very conspicuous present.
We were having me around yesterday. So I'm just like a whole lot of Chelsea and the new owners of Chelsea I also try to avoid the mistake they make in hiring Graham Potter. So they want to take their time this time and to
properly scrutinize coaches.
That the few could come in.
All right, quickly before we go, some matches went down in the EPL yesterday. Of course, the star match was Liverpool up against Chelsea, against all expectations. We were expecting, a match fulfill the goals, but somehow it ended 0-0 in that one. For Leicester City, still not good times for them as Aston Villa defeated them 2-1 at home, while for Leeds United, 2-1 against Nottingham Forest. Nothing's not going well at all for Nottingham Forest at all. And we're looking, they might just go back to where they came from after qualifying, but a whole lot of players, but almost two teams, if you ask me, and now they can find their way. For Brighton, 2-0 against Bournemouth, and of course some matches will also go down today. Of course, United will be hoping to bounce back today against Brentford at Old Trafford. That match comes up 8 p.m. while for West Ham, it will be up against Newcastle, who we called during the weekend defeated United 2-0. For West Ham too, not being a fantastic season, not being consistent, but hits and misses here and there for West Ham.
Yeah, the same match come at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Just like I say, it's going to be a very interesting one. For instance, Manchester United, Brentford is going to be a tricky one.
Very, very tricky.
Brentford, sometimes look
A very dangerous side, but I
team, but when it comes
very
to
dangerous
them,
team.
sometimes they can even give you tough.
Exactly.
More than
Very dangerous side.
Real Madrid can provide that
Yeah.
right for you. So United and the United coach is also lamenting that the team is depleted. Going to play with that Casemiro and one two others, so it's going to be pretty difficult for United. I'm hoping that winning their last match, and this is a very critical time trying to make the top four. And then presently Newcastle, at the same time, Newcastle, who defeated them, has taken over being the top four on the same point.
Yeah.
And then to this match, while they're not playing each other, they're also trying to watch each other. Because the result doesn't affect their position on the table.
Yeah.
So while United is facing Brentford, you also mindful of all the slightly going to have at West Ham, and the same thing go to Newcastle. So it's going to be an interesting one for both fans and for any other fans of football.
We said those matches come up 8 p.m. Nigerian time. We'll be watching, and tomorrow we'll give you a complete update with that. We call it a day on today's episode of the program. Tomorrow we'll be back again with another exciting episode. Thank you for being in the studio today again.
Thank you.
All right, until you come your way to tomorrow again, do have a wonderful time out there. My name is Afa Acho, and bye for now.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.